everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. It's Christine. I know I've been missing for a bit. Lots going on. I'm still recovering from surgery. Physically I'm fine, but anemia, if you know, you know. I also am having problems with my hand, and I have been for about a year now. Unfortunately, I realized it's carpal tunnel, so I have to get that looked at, and I see my doctor at the end of the month. I'm still on massive doses of insulin. I'm still on Ozempic. Apart from that, we are financially hurting because my husband's no longer working. His health is starting to deteriorate. He's got back issues now, so being a roofer is kind of no. We don't know what happened. We've had people look at it. They don't know. They think it's degenerative discs. Could be. He also is starting to have troubles breathing, so he has a touch of emphysema. And when he found out that, is when he had double pneumonia, so he quit smoking. So, and that was 2009, May of 2009, Mother's Day actually. So with that and my sales being almost non-existent for my businesses, it's been very mentally a struggle, financially a struggle. I'm overwhelmed with everything that's going on. My daughter has dropped a little info on my husband's birthday, and I will discuss that when I'm allowed to. So we have that to deal with as well. And there's a mess around me because we are in the process of taking her room downstairs, because that's where she wants it when she's here, which is almost never. And I need the room for my businesses to get going as soon as this is looked at. And I'm right-handed, so it's kind of, I need my hand. So that being said, I have not mentally been able to come on here and do videos, but I'm hoping to get back into it, so please bear with me. Also, since this is my March TBR, I don't have my tablet to show photos of books that I don't have physically, because my tablet's pretty much kaput. I've asked for a new one for our anniversary. We'll see if that happens. I just realized how puffy I am. Anyways, so I don't have the ability right now either to insert photos, whatever. So just please bear that in mind and cut me some slack. So as you know, I do the RRC challenge every month. That's 10 books. I do the A Million More Pages challenge every month, and that's 60 books over the year. So I do 5 spins. I pre-do it. Have I read them all this year? No. I'll get to it. But I try and plug in books that I am currently reading into things that match. And I am also doing the 52 book club. So that is 1 book a week for 52 weeks. I have already slotted in 19 books since January into those, so that should not be a problem. But I still do 4 of those, like depending on how many weeks, do 4 pulls or spins, if you will. So that being said, let's get started. So the March monthly challenge for the RRC is Happy March birthday. Read a book published in March, or read a book with light blue on the cover in honor of March's birthstone. The aquamarine, and all my books are over here because it's just easier. And that is Lady in Waiting by Marie Tremaine. It has light blue on the cover, and I believe it is a March published book. Yep, March 2018. Well, that's the digital. Let's see. 2018, so I imagine. I mean, I looked it up anyways. So this is book 1, I believe, in the Reluctant Bride series, and it's historical romance. She wants to escape her present. He wants to forget his past. Together, can they find the perfect future? I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah. So there's that one. The second one is March month-long observance, Women's History Month. Read a book with a strong kick-ass female character or with a female character whose actions positively affect the lives of others. You may also read a book with a cover that is primarily purple, green, and or white. So I'm doing Grin and Beard It by Penny Reed. It's book 2 in the Winston Brothers series, and there's white, purple, and green. Yeah. So this is a cute series, or what I read of it before. I can't remember a whole lot, but they're big burly men, and these women kind of bounce off wittily with them. So yeah. Number 3 is a featured author challenge, Maz Maddox. Read one book written by Maz or any author with her first or last name, and you may also read an LGBTQIA+ book or a book that includes shifters, or you may read any book published in 2018 or that has won or been nominated for a literary award. And that is going to be Smash and Grab by Maz Maddox, and it's on Hoopla. So again, I don't have a photo. So March 2nd, challenge 4 is March 2nd, Read Across America Day. Read a book set in North, Central, or South America. And last month I read Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so I'm reading Carrie Soto is back. And I think, yeah. So she was a noxious character in Malibu Rising. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And the next one is 5, March 3rd, National I Want You to Be Happy Day. Reread a favorite book or a new book by a favorite author or any other book that you know will make you happy. And that one is All's Fair in Love and War by Virginia Heath. I think this is book 2 in the Never Fall, like this series. I don't know what the name of the series is. Let's see if I can find it here. Love Deception. Nope. Nope, that's wrong. That is wrong. The Merriwell Sisters. Merriwell Widow. Let's see. My computer is so slow. My son wants to make me a new one. The Merriwell Sisters. So, it's historical romance. There's 3 sisters that are, their older sister is taking care of them. This is the middle sister. Let's see. No, maybe not. Because the sisters in that book are, oh, this could be a first and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I thought this was the second and might be the first in another series, I think. Let's see. Yep, Miss Prentice's Proteges, book 1. There you go. Sorry about that. So then, the next one is, and why it makes me happy is I love historical romance. So, challenge 6, March 8th, National Employee Appreciation Day. Read a book with a workplace setting or where the occupation of one of the main characters plays a part in the storyline. And this is The Summer Job by Lizzie Dent. She takes on a summer job, or takes on somebody else's summer job. Birdie has made a mistake. Everyone imagines running away from the life at some point, but Birdie has actually done it. When her best friend Heather ditches a summer gig at a hotel in the Scottish Highlands, Birdie covers for her. The only problem is she hasn't told Heather. So, I guess shenanigans happen. I don't know. So, then challenge 7 is March 13th, National Jewel Day. Read a book with a wealthy character or with jewelry or something else sparkly on the cover, or with a cover that has jewel tones, rich, saturated colors that are often associated with precious gems and metals on it. So I'm doing Tycoon for Auction by Catherine Gerbera. And this is, of course, he's a executive, but it's a desire book, so they're all rich. Easier. Can't get any easier than that. So the next one is March 14th, Pi Day. Read a book with a character that works or studies in a STEM, science, technology, engineering, math field, or a book set in the food industry or with food on the cover. Bonus points if there's a pie involved somewhere. I don't know if there's a pie, but these are 3 short stories by Ali Hazelwood, Loath to Love You, and they all are in STEM. So, yeah, there's Under One Roof, Stuck With You, and Below Zero. So, yeah. And then Challenge 9, March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Sorry, I'm just moving these over so they don't fall. Read a book set in Ireland or with an Irish author or character. You may also read a book with a primarily green cover. I originally had Iced by Karen Marie Moaning down, but my library doesn't have it. So, or they do that. It's a thing. So I'm going with Brooklyn by Colm Toivin. It's book 1. Not sure I don't know if it's just called Brooklyn series, but it's a duology, I think. But she lives in Ireland. She gets this offer to move to America and starts falling in love with a man there, and then things happen. And challenge 10 is Reader's Choice. Read any book you want. So I'm going to grab Sweeter Than Sin. It's book 2 in the Secrets and Shadows novel by Shiloh Walker. I read the first one last month, I think. And I wouldn't say it's very trigger warning for SA on little boys. I'm pretty sure it's just little boys, but there's a murder that happens in the first one, and it goes through the whole trilogy. So this is book 2. That's about all I can say. Yeah. So now the a million more pages that I have selected this month are number 12. Click on Browse New Releases. Click on My Authors at the top and read a book that shows up on the list for any month in 2025. If none of the new releases appeal, read a different book by an author that shows up on the list, but it must be a series you have not read yet or a standalone if no series. So I chose Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I have it on hold from the library. It hasn't come. We haven't gotten it yet. I don't know if it's out yet or not. And then I chose 50. And that is, sorry, sort your TBR to show 50 books and by average ratings, read a book off the first page. So I chose Secrets, Lies, and Seduction by Catherine Gerbera and Yvonne Lindsay. And it's book 1, I think, in the Summer for Scandal series. He's a CEO. I mean, I could have used the Tycoon book for this, but I'm trying to read my own shelves. So if I can't get to this one, I'll use that one for that, if you know what I mean. Then 48 is Sort Your TBR to show 50 books and by number ratings, read a book off the first page. And that is The Return of Rafe McCade by Nora Roberts, and that's on Hoopla. It's book 1 in the McCade brothers, I think. And there's 4 books in the series. It's one of her earlier ones from Silhouette Books. And then 28 is pick a series where you've only read the first book and read the next book in that same series. I can't remember the series name, but it's Maverick by Laura Lee, and it's on Libby Audio. I really can't remember what the series is. Sorry. And then number 40 is pick another book that you rated 5 stars. Go to the book page and scroll until you see lists with this book. Click on any list for that book and read a book from the list. If you didn't rate any book 5 stars, then choose the highest GR rated book from your 2024 read list. So I've been trying to read this book for 2 years now, and I have just never had a chance to pick it up. and it's The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. Don't know what it's about, really. Middle-aged man returns to his childhood home to attend a funeral. Although the house he lived in is long gone, he is drawn to the farm at the end of the road, where, when he was 7, he encountered a most remarkable girl, Letty Hempstock, and her mother and grandmother. So, back to childhood thing. So that is the A Million More Pages. The 52 books, the 4 that I chose, were 24, and that is, title is a spoiler, The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Yeah, somebody comes in between them, and it's a suspense novel, so yeah, when you read this book, you will make many assumptions. You will assume you are reading about a jealous ex-wife. You will assume she is obsessed with her replacement, a beautiful younger woman who is about to marry the man they both love. You will assume you know the anatomy of this tangled love triangle. Assume nothing. So, there's that one. And then the next one is 44, and that is a celebrity on the cover. So, The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks, Mandy Moore. 17-year-old Veronica Ronnie Miller's life was turned upside down when her parents divorced and her father moved to Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. 3 years later, she remains alienated from her parents, particularly her father, until her mother decides it would be in everyone's best interest if she and her brother spent the summer with him. So I can imagine, and then she falls in love or something. It's a Nicholas Sparks, so it's going to be a tearjerker. All the Nicholas Sparks books I own were given to me when my sister-in-law died, because this was one of her favorite authors. Fun fact. The next one is 35, written in third person. I've been trying to read this book for many years, too. And it's A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, book 1 in the Good Girl's Guide. This is my daughter's book. She forgot she owned it. She went and got it from the library again. She hasn't taken it back. So I just know it's well-loved, and everyone in Fairview knows the story. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend, Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about, and 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. But she can't shake the feeling that there was more to the story. She knew Sal when she was a child, and he was always so kind to her. How could he possibly have been a killer? So, and then the last one for this, and I have a few more after this, is, I already did that one. It was going to be 22, but I can't do that one. So I'll try and slot it somewhere else. But it was The Broken Girls by, I can see the book. I can see her fate. I just had a brain fart. Oh, that's gonna bug me now. It's not Emily St. John Mandel. Simone St. James. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do another spin, or else fit that one somewhere else, because I have the audio book already on my phone ready to go. So these last 4 books, well, actually there's 6, because my son still wants me to finish off that quintessential quintuplets manga series. I have 11 and 12 to read, or is it 13 and 14? 13 and 14, because there's 7 books per box. So I just have the last 2 to read because he wants to finish watching the show with me. That's his favorite manga series. So, or he watched the show, realized it was from a manga, got the books. Anyways, so there was one, I don't know if it was on 52. Number 37 on the 52 books. It's genre chosen for you by someone else. So I'm going to use this as that. It's Black Ransom by Stone Wallace. It's a Western. So, yeah. It sounded good, though. When they put Aaron Lee Burroughs away for a crime he didn't commit, they had no idea what the hellish desert prison would do to the once decent man. Escaping with the help of a murderous convict, Aaron Lee sets his mind to getting revenge on the two men he holds responsible for his imprisonment. Kidnapping their loved ones, he sets a ransom that can't be paid in cash, only in lives. So this one's going to be read pretty quickly because due dates, library due dates. This one was from February's A Million More Pages. I just didn't get to it, and that is Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. It's book 2 in the Knock 'Em Out series. I love this. I love the series, and it's large print because that's the first one that my library had available to me. Yeah, it's... Oh, this is Nash's story. Two brothers, Nash and... Oh, what was his name? Nash is a cop, and the brother in the first book won the lottery, and a girl come to town, and she was a twin of somebody in town that was wreaking havoc, and her twin left her with her daughter. It's a thing, but it was so good. I love it. So I'm gonna read this one, and I also have the third one over there. And then, see, I still need to read one. Oh yeah, Carrie Soto is from February's 52 books. So I think I have two more. No, 1, 2, 3 more from last month's 52 challenge. I think that was, well, 1 from the A Million More Pages and 2 from the 52. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the A Million More Pages and 52 books from January that I never got to, but I plugged other ones in where they would fit, so I'm not really behind. These two are strictly because library due dates. It's A Dry Creek Christmas and Sugar Plums for Dry Creek by Janet Tronstad. It's love inspired. I hate bind-ups, I really do, because this only counts on Goodreads as 1 book, but yet it's 2 books, so I don't like it. But anyways, that's what I can get. A Dry Creek Christmas. Millie Corwin had sneaked into Dry Creek's cafe to leave Christmas gifts for the townspeople, not to rob them. But now the entire town, including her handsome captor, has branded her a criminal. Brad Parker isn't sure what to believe since he'd caught Millie red-handed, but how could a thief be so lovely or so seamlessly stealing his love-resistant heart? And then Sugar Plums for Dry Creek is ballet teacher Lizette Baker hopes putting on the Nutcracker with an all-local cast will create some Christmas sparkle. Judd Bowman's raising his young cousins and keeping them safe from their abusive father, so if they want to be in the Nutcracker, then Judd will see to it he's prepared for anything except to fall head over mistletoe for the pretty ballerina. And those are all clean. They're love-inspired, so a little bit religious, not much. And then the last one is Shadows at the Fair, an antique print mystery. I think this is book 1. And it's, in the world of antiques dealing, there are minor calamities, like accidentally selling a rare engraving for $170 instead of $1,700. And then there are worse tragedies, such as the chain of suspicious deaths among dealers in the weeks prior to the Rensselaer County Spring Antiques Fair. For Maggie Summer, owner of Shadows Antiques and an antique print expert, the threat of murder is far from her mind as she displays her treasures at the prestigious show. So there's more, but that's pretty much it. I think that's it for the March TBR. It is huge, but I've been reading a lot these last 2 months because that's what I can focus on. Hopefully, if business picks up, then I will choose smaller books to compensate. But as for right now, reading is my comfort, I guess, would be it. So I am hoping to get back into the swing of things. Fingers crossed I can get back into the swing of things. And yeah, we shall see. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I will hopefully Talk to you soon. Bye.